When balancing equations, we must know how many atoms are on each side of the table. When we have hydrogen peroxide on one side and water and oxygen on one side, we must count the hydrogen and oxygen atoms on both sides. With hydrogen peroxide, there is both 2 atoms for both hydrogen and oxygen. On the H2O plus oxygen side, there is 2 hydrogens and 3 oxygens. To balance the equation, we must get one side to equal the other. We can do this by adding more molecules to one side of the table. If we double the amount of water molecules, we will now have 4 hydrogens and 4 oxygens. Now to balance the equation, we must make it so that the atoms are equal on both sides. So now we will add another hydrogen peroxide. This will make the atoms on this side 4 hydrogens and 4 oxygens as well. This will equal out the equation, making it balanced. Once again, we must count the molecules on each side of the table. The water molecule has 1 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. On the other side, hydrogen has 2 atoms, and oxygen has 2 atoms as well. Since the equation is imbalanced, we must add something to one side for the other to equal it out. We will add 2 more hydrogen atoms. This will make the hydrogen atoms there will now be 4 hydrogen atoms. Now we must balance the other side, so we add another water molecule. This will make the equation have 2 hydrogen atoms and 4 oxygen atoms. By mistake, we counted the atoms wrong. We are supposed to have 2 hydrogen atoms and 4 oxygen atoms. First, we must count the amount of atoms on each side. There is 1 carbon on this side, 2 oxygen, and 4 hydrogens. On this side, there are 3 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens, and 1 carbon. First, we must equal out the amount of hydrogens, so we will add another water molecule. On this side, we now have 4 oxygen and 4 hydrogen. We now have 2 more oxygen molecules or atoms on the right side, so we must add 2 more oxygen molecules or atoms on this side. The equation is now balanced because there is an equal amount of atoms on each side. We must count the atoms on each side first. There are 3 carbons, 8 hydrogens, and 2 oxygens. On the right side, there is 1 carbon, 3 oxygens, and 2 hydrogens. We first are going to equal out the amount of carbons on the right side. So we add 3 carbon dioxide molecules on the right side. There is now an equal amount of carbon atoms on the right side. There are also 7 oxygen atoms now on the right side. We will now try to equal out the amount of oxygens on both sides. we will have four sets of oxygen molecules on the left, and we will keep the same on the right, but we will add one water molecule. This will equal out the amount of oxygen atoms on both sides. This will also add 2 more hydrogen atoms on the right side. Now we will try to equal out the amount of hydrogen atoms on the right side. We will do this by adding 2 more water molecules. We now have 10 oxygen atoms on the right side. To finally balance the equation, we must have 2 more oxygen atoms on the left side. We will take the oxygen atoms and add it to the bottom to have 10 oxygen atoms, which would balance out the equation. We end up having 3 carbon atoms on each side, 8 hydrogens on both sides, and 10 oxygen on both sides. We have 4 water molecules on the right side. We also have 3 carbon dioxide molecules on the right side, and on the left side we have 5 oxygen molecules, and on the left side as well we have 3 carbon atoms and 1 hydrogen atom, and 1 hydrogen atoms, or 1 hydrogen with 8 atoms.